All right, hello everyone. Today we are going to play another game of Marvel Champions, and today we are going to be playing one of the more lackluster heroes in my experience so far. I know a lot of people really like her, but I just haven't been able to get her to work very well. I'm sure that's mostly on me more than the deck itself. So hopefully today I have a good time with her. So today we're going to be playing as Penny Parker. So Penny Parker, her whole thing is she's a web warrior, but instead of being a spider character herself, she has a spider robot. So she's got a spider suit that she goes into. The way that works for her character is the spider suit is the actual hero card, basically. And then she goes inside of it. So you attach the two cards together like this when you're in hero form. And then when she's in alter ego form, she's no longer in the suit, so they detach and they become separated. So on her alter ego side, it says to put the spider suit into play, and then as setup, and then as an alter ego action, you can exhaust the spider suit to draw two cards, which can be good because in alter ego form, her hand size is only 4, and in hero form, her hand size is only 3. There's a reason for that, but we'll get there. When she flips to hero side, it says when you flip to this side, flip spider suit and attach them together. Then on spider suit, it says exhaust an interface upgrade you control and generate that upgrade's resources. So this is why you do not have as big of a hand size because she's got those interface upgrades, and I did start with one in my first hand. So this upgrade has the interface keyword, and it's an upgrade obviously. And so the web fluid compressor says when spider suit makes a basic attack, exhaust web fluid compressor and it gets +2 for that attack. Or I can use the ability on the spider suit to exhaust interface upgrade I control to generate that upgrade's resources. So I can use this card's resources, so I can exhaust it for that energy resource, but then I wouldn't be able to use it for the +2 attack. So the resources from your interface cards are why you end up with a little bit smaller hand size, because you can generate resources from your upgrades that you have in play. So that's how she works. She's a protection character, so she's going to have a bunch of green protection cards. I didn't happen to start with any in my starting hand. I got all her hero specific cards in my hand, but she will have protection cards in her deck. Our next villain that we're going to be playing against is Taskmaster. Taskmaster is going to be dealing with these captured allies that we can get. So this works kind of similar to the Sentinel Project Wide Awake scenario, where there's captured allies and you can rescue them and then use them. Obviously, this scenario came out first. It was part of the Red Skull campaign. So what he's going to be doing other than that is he is going to be looking for heroes. He's hunting down heroes. So anytime you flip to hero form, you have to take damage. So on his villain card, it says, after a player changes to hero form, they discard the top card of the encounter deck and take damage equal to the number of boost icons on that card. So you don't want to flip from alter ego to hero form too many times. So you don't want to flip down to alter ego and back up too many times because he's going to deal damage every time. But obviously you need to heal every once in a while, so you have to flip down every once in a while. Penny Parker Spider Suit does start with 14 health, so that can be helpful with that. On Taskmaster's main scheme, it says after resolving step 1 of the villain phase, each player in hero form must choose to either place 1 threat here or take 1 damage. So even if you're not flipping from alter ego to hero, if you're just staying in hero, then you still have to deal with the consequences of that. And then as part of the setup of this scenario, you have to use the Hydra Patrol encounter set, and then the other ones are optional, I believe. So it is Hydra Patrol you have to use, and then 1 modular encounter set you can use. Normally they have you use Weapon Master, but I'm just using the next one that I haven't used yet, which is Master of Time, I believe, from the Kang pack. And then it just tells you to put the captive allies aside and then you have to start with the Hydra Patrol side scheme and put it into play. So the Hydra Patrol side scheme says, when defeated, each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a Hydra minion and puts it into play, and then shuffle the encounter deck. So after we defeat the Hydra Patrol, we have to find a minion, and we can't get rid of the Hydra, or we can't do anything on the main scheme while the Hydra Patrol is in play. Okay, so let's take a look at the rest of my starting hand. There's not a whole lot to look at. So we got 2 copies of All Systems Go. Ready each interface upgrade you control, or search your deck and discard pile for an interface upgrade and add it to your hand. Then we got the Web Fluid Compressor, the interface upgrade we talked about already. And then the last one we got was Rapid Deployment, is an event to remove 3 threat from a scheme. If you paid for this card using a resource generated by Spider Suit's Sync Ratio ability, remove 3 threat from a scheme. And that is Spider Suit's Sync Ratio is the ability where you can use her upgrades to produce resources. In this particular scenario, using Rapid Deployment would not be super useful. It'd be a little bit of a waste because I could remove 3 from there, which would really only do 2, and then I could remove 3 from there, which would really only remove 1. So I'm probably going to use that as a resource to pay for other things, but we will see. Okay, so the first thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use her Alter Ego ability and exhaust Spider Suit to draw 2 cards just to get some more options. All right, so I got Avengers Mansion, and I got Ejection Protocol. It says discard Ejection Protocol, exhaust each interface upgrade you control, set your hit point dial to 6, give your identity a tough status card, and flip to Alter Ego. So basically, if she's in the suit and she's about to take a bunch of damage or die or whatever, she can, if she has this in play, she can just get rid of it and kind of heal and run away. I'm going to use that as a resource immediately. Plus, let's go ahead and do the Rapid Deployment. So I'll do those 2 resources, and I'm going to put the Web Fluid Compressor into play. And then I'm going to go ahead and flip. So then I'll do that. Then I can play either of these. Let's see. So I'm going to use the Web Fluid Compressor as a resource to play All Systems Go. It says search your deck and discard pile for an interface upgrade and add it to your hand. So there aren't any in my discard pile, and so I'm going to find one in my deck. Okay, so these are the 3 interface upgrades I have to choose from. I'm glad that I searched for them because these were all near the bottom of my deck. Host Spider was the last card in my deck. Okay, so my options are Speed Metal Alloy. When Spider Suit defends, exhaust it to get +2 defense, and I can use it as a resource. I've got Exhaust Host Spider and Ready Spider Suit with the Host Spider. And with Psychic Link, I've got when Spider Suit makes a basic thwart, exhaust it to get +2 for that thwart. I think I'm going to do the Speed Metal Alloy, and then the other 2 will stay in my deck, and I'll shuffle my deck. Okay. So, add it to my hand. So then I'm going to pay Avengers Mansion to play the Speed Metal Alloy. And then I'm going to use the Speed Metal Alloy to play All Systems Go again and go get another upgrade card. And so this time I will take, I'm going to grab the Psychic Link this time. So the Host Spider is still in my deck. Should have just not shuffled my deck. I forgot that I was going to do it again. That's okay. Extra shuffles. Okay, so then I won't be able to play the Psychic Link yet because it costs 2 resources and I don't have any other than it. So I'm going to hold on to that. And then I'm going to ready up all my stuff. Oh, I did forget when I changed to hero form, I had to trigger his thing. After a player changes to hero form, discard the top card of the encounter deck. So I would have taken 1 damage. Down to 13. Playing Spider Suit is complicated enough. Trying to remember all the villain triggers is hard enough to remember her stuff, let alone all his stuff too. Okay, so I'm going to hold on to Psychic Link, and my hand size is only 3, so I only draw 2 cards. Okay, I got my last copy of All Systems Go. I held on to Psychic Link, and hey look, I told you it was protection deck. Second Wind, heal 4 damage from an identity, 5 damage instead if you paid for it using a blue resource. Okay, so then it is the villain turn. He's going to get 1 threat on the main scheme. Then after resolving step 1, each player in hero form must choose to either place 1 threat or take 1 damage. That is a good question. I think I'm going to do the threat. Okay, then he's going to attack me for 2. And do I want to defend it? I'm not going to defend it. He's going to attack me for 2, plus 2 is 4. So I'm going to take 4 damage and go down to 9. All right, encounter card for the round is Hydra Regular Minion. When it enters play, it says Incite 1, so we get 1 threat on the main scheme. And then other than that, that's all it does for now. I'm just going to set that there for now. Okay. All right, so then on my turn, I am going to use the Spider Suit's ability to use both of these cards as resources. So I'm going to pay 2, and I'm going to play another one, Psychic Link. And then I'm going to use Psychic Link as a resource to play All Systems Go and ready all of my cards, ready all of my interface upgrades. Then I'm going to so I could use all 3 of them to heal with Second Wind, or I could attack Taskmaster for 4, because I could do a basic attack of 2 plus 2 with the Web Fluid Compressor, or I could thwart for 4, but I wouldn't be able to do the main scheme, so I'd be kind of wasting that on the Hydra Patrol. Here's what I think. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to exhaust Spider Suit and do a basic attack of 2 on the Hydra Regular, because I don't think I have to exhaust these when I make a basic attack because they're not forced interrupts. I think I can choose to do that. So then I can save these as resources. So I'm going to get rid of the Hydra Regular, and then I'm going to use all 3 of these and play Second Wind to heal 4 damage. And technically it would be 5 because I did use a blue resource to pay for it from Psychic Link. But 5 damage is actually enough, because 5 damage will bring me back up to 14. Never mind. That is actually useful. Okay, so those are all exhausted. And then that's going to be the end of my turn. All right. So then I draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Let's see what I got. Okay, so I got Indomitable. After your hero defends, discard it to ready your hero. Tenacity, spend a fist resource and discard this card to ready your hero. And another copy of Second Wind to heal. Okay. So then it is Taskmaster's turn. He's going to get a threat. Next turn I'm going to have to thwart. And then I have to either add a threat or take a damage. I'm going to take the damage this time. Then he is going to attack me. I am not going to defend. He's going to hit me for 4 again. Back down to 9. And then I'm going to get an encounter card, which is a Hydra Soldier. This one is Hydra Soldier says guard, so I cannot attack Taskmaster while he's in play. And when I defeat it, I have to get an extra encounter card. Okay. I don't have any way to remove threat other than just thwarting, which is unfortunate. So I'm just going to have to do it. I'm going to thwart for 2 and get rid of the Hydra Patrol. It says, when defeated, search the deck and discard pile for a Hydra minion and put it into play. Shuffle the encounter deck. I'm just going to grab the Hydra regular because it's little and won't be as big of a hassle. So Hydra regular comes back in, which means, let's see, put it into play, engaged with them. Incite 1 only happens on reveal, so that will not add another threat. Okay, then now I can thwart the main scheme, but I can't thwart anything right now, so that doesn't really matter at the moment. I'm going to spend 2 resources with my upgrades to play Tenacity. I'm going to do it with that one instead to play Tenacity. And then Tenacity says spend a fist resource and discard this card. So I'm going to spend the fist resource from Speed Metal Alloy and discard Tenacity to ready my hero. And then I will do a thwart of 2. Bring the main scheme back down to 3. Then I'm going to spend Second Wind to play Indomitable. So when I defend, I can discard it to ready my hero. Oh man. No, I didn't get rid of any minions. Maybe I'll get rid of a minion instead. So instead of thwarting for 2, I will get rid of the Hydra regular again. So I take fewer attacks. Okay. Ready everything up. And draw my 3 cards. All right, my new hand is an upgrade called, Tenacity again, never mind. Same thing I had before. An event called Thwip Thwip. Deal 1 damage to a Web Warrior character you control to place a total of 2 stun status cards on up to 2 enemies. And then I got an ally, Scarlet Spider. Play only if you're a Web Warrior, which I obviously am. When you would reveal an encounter card, name a card type, then look at that card. If that card is of the named type, deal 1 damage to Scarlet Spider and draw a card. Okay. All right, so then on Taskmaster's turn, he gets 1 threat. I'm going to let him deal 1 damage to me so I don't get more threat. Then he's going to attack me. I'm going to defend it because I'll just get to ready again with Indomitable. So he's going to attack me for 2 plus. If you're in hero form, take 1 damage. Otherwise, place 1 threat on the main scheme. So he's attacking me for 2. Minus 2 is 0, but then this card deals 1. Okay, and then I will discard Indomitable to ready my hero. Then I have to take an attack from the Hydra Soldier, so I will take that down to 2. And then I get an encounter card. Master of Time cards. Fear of Kang. You cannot attack Kang. Okay. As an alter ego action, discard a random card from your hand, discard this obligation. Okay, so this card does literally nothing. It is just going to sit there and do nothing. I'm afraid of Kang, but I'm not fighting against Kang, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, so then it's my turn. Okay. I need to get rid of this Hydra Soldier so that I can attack Taskmaster. So I am going to do a basic attack of 2. I'm going to exhaust the Web Fluid Compressor to make it +2 and kill the Hydra Soldier. When defeated, deal the engaged player an encounter card, so I'll have to deal with an extra encounter card this round. Okay. Then I'm going to spend Speed Metal Alloy and Psychic Link, plus 2 more cards from my hand to play my Scarlet Spider ally. When you would reveal an encounter card, name a card type, then look at that card. If it is the right type, deal a damage to Scarlet Spider and draw a card. Okay. And then I will do 2 attack with Scarlet Spider on Taskmaster. Finally got to him. I need to get some thwarting done though. Whew, next round. Okay. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, this is one of my favorite art on like basically any card in the game. Spider Tingle. When you would reveal an encounter card, deal 1 damage to a web warrior you control. If that card is a treachery, cancel its revealed effects and discard Spider Tingle. So a very similar effect to what Scarlet Spider does. I got Otto Octavius Spider-Man. After you play him from your hand, ready and upgrade you control. If it is a tech trait, draw a card, which all of her interface upgrades are tech traded. And then I got the Host Spider, which I had searched for earlier, is my last interface tech. Okay. So then he gets 1 threat on the main scheme, and then I will take a damage instead of giving him threat. And then he is going to attack me. I don't have any way to ready right now, though I do have my Host Spider in my hand, so I could play that and then use it to ready myself. So yeah, let's defend it. And because I don't think I want to use Scarlet Spider to chump block, I think I want to use his ability. Yeah. So I'm going to defend it. Do I want to make my defense bigger? I think I do. So I'm going to do when Spider Suit defends, exhaust Speed Metal Alloy to get +2 defense. So I'm defending for 4. He's attacking for 2. +2 is 4, so I take none. Okay, and then I'm going to have to deal with 2 encounter cards this round. When you would reveal an encounter card, name a card type with Scarlet Spider. I'm going to name Treachery, because that's the most common card type in the villain deck. Oh, it's a minion. Dang it. So it is not the correct type. This one has Incite 1, so he's going to get a threat on the main scheme. And Surge, so I'm going to have to deal with another encounter card. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. When you would reveal an encounter card, name a card type. treachery. This time it is a treachery. Then look at that card. If that card is of the name type, deal a damage to Scarlet Spider and draw a card. So I got Spider Command, Exhaust Spider Command, and an Interface Upgrade to draw a card. As an action, Exhaust Spider Command, choose and discard one card from your hand to ready an Interface Upgrade. Okay. And then the card itself actually does, when revealed, Kang activates against you. If he's not in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for him and put him into play. Shuffle the encounter deck. Okay, so now Kang is in play. So he says he comes in with tough. And he has the villainous trait, which means when he attacks or schemes, he gets a boost card from the encounter deck. He gets +1 scheme and +1 attack for each obligation in your play area, which is 1. And so right now I cannot attack him because of that Fear of Kang. I knew shuffling in Master of Time would make it likely that I would lose this scenario, because it's just, I knew that, but I wasn't expecting it to actually bring out Kang. Nothing like having to fight Kang when you're fighting against Taskmaster. Kang immediately becomes the real threat, even though Taskmaster is technically the villain. Alright, and then I still have to deal with one more encounter card. Scarlet Spider, I'll name Treachery again. It is. So he takes a damage. I draw a card. I drew Spider Tingle. Treachery is the villain schemes. He might just win right here. Villain schemes for 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's game. Well, I wasn't expecting to lose that fast. Ouch. I let him build that up a little bit too fast. I was too worried about taking damage, and I shouldn't have been, but that's all right. Spider Suit was not the problem that time. I was actually feeling like I was finally getting to play her the way she's intended to be played, with getting to actually use the resources and stuff like that. Starting with all those All Systems Go cards at the beginning of the game was helpful, because I was able to go find those upgrades really quickly, rather than just having to wait for them to show up. Scarlet Spider's ability is cool because it gives you a card, but I almost wish, instead of getting to draw a card, that you got to cancel the card that you revealed instead, because like getting to draw a card in that situation didn't matter to me at all, because he still got to scheme, and so he still ended the game. But other than that, he's pretty cool. I'm glad that I did this alphabetical thing for this particular reason right here. There's these characters that I haven't played very much because I didn't particularly like them that much when they first came out. And Spider Suit is one of them. Both Dara and I, neither of us were able to get her to work particularly well when she first came out. We played 3 or 4 games with her and we just couldn't get her to work. And so we kind of just never picked her back up again. And obviously she still didn't work to win in this particular game, but that wasn't necessarily her fault. That was my fault more than anything, because of shuffling in Kang, and also just because of letting the main scheme get a little away from me before I was able to deal with it. But all right, well, that was that. The next one will be Spectrum versus Thanos. So that one actually lines up with Spectrum and Thanos were in the same campaign box together. So Spectrum versus Thanos is one that has happened quite a few times, actually, when I've played this game. So Spectrum versus Thanos, and yeah, then we're going to have a string of 3 Justice characters in a row after that. It'll be Spider-Ham, Spider-Man Peter Parker, and Spider-Man Miles Morales. And tomorrow or Saturday, I should be getting my copy of Jubilee as well. So I'll probably, once I get her, I'll go back and record her game as well. And I'll be doing Jubilee versus Mojo in her recorded game. Probably play her a couple times before I record a game just so I know how she works. But once I get her, I will play a game with her. So, all right. Thanks everybody for watching.